Okay, now I get myself a 5-quart pail, ice cream pail, and I fill it over half full, and then I put 1 cup of bleach in the water, mix it around real good. And I use this because these things fit in here real good. But fill one of these jugs first with the water real carefully. And by the way, before I go on, safety glasses and gloves when you're handling bleach, for obvious reasons. And what I'll do first is I'll fill this, and then I'll put them on the bottom and sit this on top. And this little cover here, which is a cottage cheese or a sour cream cover, I put that over the top of this so this can sit on top like this in there and hold it down, because these want to float up. You could, if you wanted to, is take this screw off here, 1/4-inch driver, and remove the post they stand on, the little, whatever you call them things, and they will perch. I got it. Well, I'm good. Anyhow, take them off. It'll fit in easy, but they'll still float because it's plastic. So I put these on top, and then I sit this in there. It works like a charm. So let's get it done. Okay, here's you see a little bit of the dirt, the black mold, and it's not easy to get it focused on it because they weren't that dirty this time, but I forgot to make a video. See, and they all just got a little bit of black dirt on them. Let's see the other one. Let's see the other one. See if it'll focus. There's some more black dirt there. A little bit dirt there. And a little bit more there. Okay, and a little bit dirt there. Okay, so, and if you look inside, I don't know if I can see inside. Yeah. That way. Okay, there's some of the black algae on the inside. As about as I can get. It's hard to get in there. Let's see if the other one's got one. You can pull that out, Johnny. Let's see. There's some in the upper corner.
Hard to say.
Right. Okay, here, I see it up there. It's right there. That's about as best as I'm going to get. Like I said, there's not much. Usually is the time. It's been real cool in the 60s, and as it gets hotter, these dots will show up sooner. So, okay, you can see these dots here, and seems like it's hard for the camera to focus in on glass, but those are the dots. Okay, that's what shows up. Okay, and the other one is about the same way. Okay, it's going to be hard with the glass. It doesn't do too good filming glass. But the beams have a hard time focusing on something that can go through. Okay, first thing I do, keep this like this here. Do this like this here. I forgot to mention this. You got that in there? Alright. Okay. Fill this up first because this is too big. Any way you guys can do it, but this is how I do it. And this, see, so if you do it here, it can be messy. That's why I say wear gloves. So, okay, you want to fill this first, and don't be afraid of filling over because that algae gets on the outside. And then put that here like this. Don't matter about our counter because it's just a wood counter and ain't gonna do nothing. Now I'll put this here for now. Okay, then put one of these in, and this is where you really want to have your gloves. Put it on an angle so the air gets out of it. There's no air pockets. And then I get down below here and I sort of carefully shake it around. So that's why you want to have eye protection. You want to make sure there's no air pockets in there. Just keep moving around, because you'll see once in a while bubbles will come up through these slots. Okay? Because otherwise you're not serving the purpose. Now, what I do is, now this, see how it's floating? Can you see that floating, Johnny?
Yeah.
Now you take this thing here, and you put it down here like this, push it down, and then I take this here. Believe it or not, it works. But if you don't want to do it this way because you're worried about it tilting and throwing bleach all over, You know, whatever is safer for you, but this is how I do it to save time. Okay, then I balance it, and I make sure it's pretty stable. Okay, see that? Now I time it. Now see, this is being treated and the base is being treated. I leave that, you can leave it as long as you want. It never, one time I forgot and left it in over an hour. I said, oh, I forgot I was cleaning this. But that's how you do it. So you can get a good shot of how it's set up, Johnny?
Yeah.
Okay, now let me wash my hands off. You keep filming. Now you notice, you still filming it, Johnny?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop. So, any way you can do it. You don't even have to do it this way. But I just do it this way because when we had 3 or 4 hummingbird feeders out, if I waited one at a time, it would take forever. So I do it this way. And then I'll come back and I'll film when it's done. And you'll see all them black dots. That one don't look as bad as this one. This one here. So you'll see the black dots. All that black stuff will disappear. No scrubbing, no anything. Just do this for 20 minutes, that bleach. Get just regular bleach. I think it's 5% or some darn thing. And 1 cup to a half of this. And this is a 5 quart, it's a 1 gallon. Okay, it's a 1 gallon container. So half, and then when you put the cup of bleach in, it'll be a little over half. Just you gotta make sure that that red thing, the base is all the way submerged. So okay, we'll let it sit and we'll come back. Okay, now it's been a little over 30 minutes. Now I'll just lift this up carefully. Sometimes that thing sticks down there because it's been sitting down for so long, but I reach in and get it because I don't want it popping up and surprising me. There we go. Let's pull that out. I pull this out. And I will, after I rinse them off, you got to rinse them off real good with cold water. And then I will film, when I get the other one done too, I will film how it turned out. I'm not going to show you filling up the other one and doing the same thing here because you pretty much get it. So I'll go to the sink and rinse these out, and then I'll go do the other one and I'll come back and show you how it, without any scrubbing, how it dissolves everything. I overly rinse it, and then you use your nose afterwards to make sure. And I use hot water too. You look and see, there ain't nothing, nothing left on the glass. It's all gone. Hey, if you got dirt baked on, like I don't know if you had a sandstorm or something, a dirt storm, and it stuck to the outside of the glass, well, of course, then you'll scrub on that with a rag. But I'm talking about, this is for algae and the mold that develops on this stuff, because sugar water causes a mold to grow. It's a perfect, it's like a yeast fermenting. Plus the birds themselves get it dirty by splashing the stuff around when they're feeding, and then the dirt flying around the air outside sticks to that garbage around the holes. Then I use my nose. Perfect, doesn't smell like anything. Put in the rack there. Then I go here. I fill it up and let the holes. Can you see the water coming out of the holes, Johnny?
Yeah.
And then once I get the bleach out before I start shaking it around, because you'll never, this doesn't come apart like some of the ones. So this is sealed, so you got to make sure you bleach it out. And that bleach just, I don't care how much black algae you get inside there. Then I take it away from the water and shake it around a little bit. Whichever way you want to spray it off. But I wait before I turn that sprayer on because I don't want bleach being thrown all over my $2 worth of clothing. And I run it so it make sure some cycles through the holes. Make sure This is all also. And shake it. Shake it. And then nothing. Just smells like plastic. And I know you can't see, but there is absolutely no nothing. If you got any like grass chunks or hairs that fly around when you're mowing the lawn or something, whatever reason, you just hold it down like this on the, that's what I do. Just move it around and it'll blast them hair chunks out or them little debris out that's from the airborne. Like we had a lot of lint or whatever, pollen flying through the air. And sometimes that's little, you gotta work it a little bit to get it out. Right there. I let these air dry. I will show a close-up video now. Does that look good, Johnny?
Yeah.
And that's not going to be any good. It's not going to tell them anything that far away. But now I'm going to go do the same thing with the other one. And then when I get done, I'll come back and I will show you the results. And then you let these dry if you want to, or just fill them up again. But just use your nose and smell for bleach. And there you go. Now this is I saved the worst one for last. I wasn't going to show you the fill, but I wanted to show you. I'm going to treat this now. See all that black algae on the inside? That black algae stuff? Okay, now. And this one here, you just stay right there, Johnny. You see the dirt. Here's a string, just debris. That looks like that pollen that was flying around that sticks to the, because you know the hummingbirds have poor table manners when it comes to slurping and making all kinds of mess. So we'll see how they go. Are they done with both of them? Now what I do is I put the cover on. After I rinse the cover off and clean all the bleach off on the outside, I save the bleach. I can use this bucket all year long. I never have to add, I might have to add a little bit of water later on in the season, but usually I don't. And if I can use it all season, it's only 1 cup. If it doesn't clean fast enough for you or good enough, add another half a cup of bleach or 2 cups of bleach to that water. It's up to you. The more bleach you add, the quicker it goes. But you don't want to add just pure bleach. You got to have it mixed with water. Okay, now to show you the dudes. Okay, here's the one. As you notice, I don't know how good it's going to be for finding it, but there's nothing in there. I'm trying to look and see. There's nothing. And then these still water residue, but these things are completely clean. No algae no more. They're all taken care of. Okay, that's the one. Now this is the glass with all the powder, the green stuff on the walls. Nothing. Like brand new. It smells good. And don't be fooled by this stuff. That's because these haven't dried out yet, so you got that little stuff, that moisture that does that. But there's nothing there. There's no black dots. If you see a dot, it's a water droplet. Just eats it right up, okay? No scrubbing. Next one. No dirt. No black algae. Nothing on the inside. Remember that big chunk of black? Gone. Done. Everything's done. So, nothing there. Let's spin around and see here. Nothing's done. Okay, that's done. Okay. The other one. Once again, if you see any steam or anything, they're still drying. And glass is just not too good to film. And on the shoulder there, that's all that moisture evaporating inside the bottle. But that's it. No, the algae's gone, like brand new, and smells like brand new. No bleach smell. They're ready to go again. For us, I try to keep. Our hummingbirds are been a little slow lately, so we keep one out there active, and I keep a clean one ready. And then I bring in the dirty one when I'm ready to change the fluid. And if it's all trashed out, we do the same process again. Sometimes if it goes real fast, just a good rinse. Like real hot water, you put it in here and shake it around, and that cleans it up where there's nothing going on. I keep an eye out, look with a light. If I see any sign of algae growing on the inside of the bottle, or any sign of any kind of dirt that is like mold or something, it goes through this process. And then I just switch out this clean bottle, put some new mixture in there, and then I treat the other one. I just keep going through. So I put 2 bottles out, but the hummingbirds ain't coming that good. And I think we figured it out, didn't we, Johnny?
Yeah.
We got about 13 cats that lives on our property, and I think they're not getting them, but they sit on the stairs, some of them, watching the hummingbirds. So I'm sure that it scares them away. So we got the hummingbird feeders sticking way away from the door, so they can't reach them. They can't even jump up that high. But we're thinking that might be what the hummingbirds are afraid of, because normally this time of year we'd have about 25 to 30 hummingbirds, and I couldn't keep these 3 feeders full. So that's it. It's easy to do. Don't have to take a toothbrush to this or anything, you know. And just if you want to open the bee guards, you can. I didn't have to, because I wanted to show you that you don't have to open the bee guards, because I don't trust opening plastic, because like anything, you keep opening a piece of plastic over and over again, it's going to break. But it's not necessary. So far, no bees at all. Nothing, no bees. And the algae and the hummingbirds are, you'll see my other videos, you'll see that they feed off these like nothing. So, thank you for watching. Another thing I should mention, find a safe place, if you got little kids around, safe place to store it. If you want to put a label on it, bleach, do not touch. Okay, but we don't have little kids, and we just put it in a corner somewhere out of the sun, and so we can use it next time. But otherwise, yeah, you want to make sure that's taken care of, because no one knows what it is except for you. So you want to make sure you got it labeled. And as always, be careful when you do this, because it's bleach. And I cleaned the area up, made sure everything's good to go, and it's done. Hummingbirds are ready.